YouTube Cinnamon here, and today we're playing The Freshman, Book 2, Chapter 10, which is titled Ballot Boxing. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell right now. Early the next morning, the Wind House, as you and your roommates head to the auditorium to hear Chris's speech. As you walk, you and Caitlin tell everyone about Sebastian's visit the night before. I knew Sebastian would play dirty, but I thought he'd have the decency to wait until the race actually started. Well, if he thinks Chris can be so easily defeated, he's got another thing coming. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We have two fine young men here today, announcing their candidacy for school president. You and your friends quickly quiet down and turn your attention to the stage. Remember, neither student's name will appear on the ballot unless they are able to gather 100 signatures from students like you. Up first, we have Christopher Powell. Students of Hartfield, I'm here today because I believe everybody deserves the opportunity to receive a quality education. Every year, hundreds of students are accepted into Hartfield who are unable to attend due to high tuition prices. If I'm elected school president, I will do everything in my power to change that. Hartfield isn't just a school to me, it's a community. I hope you will join me in my mission to open our community up to all, regardless of financial situation. Thank you. The audience cheers as Chris takes a seat. Caitlin turns to you. What do you think, Cinnamon? I thought Chris's speech was awesome. Chris has clearly thought this through. He'll make a great president. I totally agree. Thank you, Christopher. Up next, we have Sebastian Delacour. Oh boy. Several students cheer as Sebastian walks up to the podium. You hear one voice in particular above the rest. Go get him, sweetheart. Ew. Students, when you think Hartfield University, do you picture mediocrity? Because that's where the school is headed. For the past few years, our once exceptional university has been falling further and further behind. Do you know why? It's because Hartfield University has been squandering its funds on frivolous scholarships. For example, all a football player has to do to receive a full-ride scholarship here is maintain a 2.5 GPA. Sebastian gives Chris a dirty look. If I'm elected president, we will instead use that money to rebuild Hartfield's reputation for academic greatness. Who's with me? Several audience members cheer as Sebastian takes a seat and Miss Twombly wraps up the assembly. I think I'm going to be sick. That makes two of us. I wouldn't worry too much. Hartfield students are smart. It should be easy to see that Chris made the better case. What do you think about all this, Cinnamon? I'm feeling happy for Chris. Tyler's right. Chris has this in the bag. I'm going to go over and congratulate him right now. You might want to tone down the enthusiasm a bit, Sunshine. Caitlin points to the front of the auditorium where Chris is standing. Right. I'll go talk to him. You do that. We should head back and start on the cupcakes for the campaign bake sale this afternoon. Awesome. I'll be back up later. As the students file out, you make your way over to Chris. Hey there. Walk with me? Chris nods. You take a walk around the quad, where it seems that the wind has died down, at least for the time being. For what it's worth, we all agreed that Sebastian shaming you for your athletic scholarship was out of line. Thanks, but that's not what's bothering me. People always complain that athletes get special treatment. I'm used to it. So then what's bothering you? I'm not sure I can actually do this. 100 signatures by tomorrow? That's a lot. Really? That's what you're worried about? Sure, the first 5 will be easy. I've got you and our roommates, but where am I going to get the other 95? Chris, you have plenty of friends. What about the football team? They're your guys. Of course they'll sign. Okay, fair. And then there's the cast from James Play. I'm sure they'll sign for you too. And James, of course. I bet he'll sign. And then there's... Okay, I get the picture. You're right. I can totally do this. And we've got the bake sale this afternoon. I'm sure we'll have plenty of customers who want to sign. That's true. Hey, Cinnamon, thanks for talking some sense into me. I needed that. Anytime. I do have one other concern, though. What is it? Sebastian looks so much more, presidential than I do. Would you mind helping me out? Are you asking me to give you a makeover? Would you judge me if I said yes? Chris? This is hard because I don't know if this is actually a scene or just an outfit. And I really hate paying for outfits and I don't want to risk it. So, and that's a lot of gems to use. So, I'm gonna pick the other option. Chris, I promised Zach I'd help us with the cupcakes. Maybe some other time. Sure, as long as it's sometime before I win the presidency. That's the spirit. You and Chris return to your suite to find the kitchen covered in unfrosted cupcakes. Where the heck have you been? Chris, you said that we were going to work on our debate speech this afternoon. Sorry, time kind of got away from us. How are the cupcakes coming? Just then, there's a knock at the door. Caitlin and Chris go to answer it. James? Hey, I was wondering if you need a speechwriter, as a thank you for helping us to play. You shoot Caitlin and Chris a desperate look. Caitlin sees it and turns to James. Well, James, that's very nice of you, but it's Chris's campaign manager. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Caitlin and I were just getting started prepping for the debate. Think you can help us? Sure. The three of them pass by you on their way to the roof. You pull aside. Ooh. James, because he's mad at me. James, can I ask you something? What is it? Can we go somewhere more? James, are you coming? I'll be just a minute. Go on without me. Okay then, we'll be waiting. You pull James into your room while the others go up to the roof. You want to ask me something? James? Does this mean you're ready to make up? No, I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. Friendships are supposed to be built on trust, and the secret you kept from me was no small thing. How can I ever win back your trust when you're shutting me out like this? Maybe you can't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I just need more time. What about the campaign? We both want to help. I don't know. It's funny how a total stranger's life can become so completely intertwined with yours. But maybe that's not such a good thing. We could try to get back to being acquaintances at least for now. Acquaintances? Until I can figure out a few things. If that's what you want. I think it's for the best. James extended his hand and you shake it. Acquaintances? Acquaintances. James gives you a weak smile before he walks out of your room. You linger for a moment before you follow him out. I just saw that James is here. Is everything okay? I think so, maybe. It's funny. I've been wanting to see him all week. Now that he's here, I kind of wish he would leave. Would a cupcake help? I think Chris's campaign can spare one for a worthy cause. Abby hands you a strawberry cupcake. I feel better already. A few hours later, James has gone home, and your friends have set up for the bake sale on the quad. Looks like we have our first customer. We spot Edgar stepping out of his dorm. Hey, Edgar. Hey, what's going on here? Chris is running for school president, and we're having a bake sale to raise funds for his campaign. I'm also collecting signatures to get my name on the ballot. If you sign, your cupcake is 50 cents cheaper. Fascinating. And why, may I ask, should I support you in this venture? You should support Chris because he's a huge D&D fan. Is that so? I had no idea. I'm a serious player myself, you know. What's your alignment, Chris? Left? Edgar storms off without another word. Cinnamon, from now on, let's stick to this truth. Sorry, I could say he's a total outcast. That's really rude. Although, for future reference as school president, if anyone asks you about your alignment, say lawful good. Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind. A few minutes later, someone else passes by the booth. What's with the cupcakes? You a Girl Scout or something? We're selling them for $1.50 a piece. But if they're only $1 if you sign a petition for Chris Powell to be on the ballot for school president. Why should I care who's school president? You should care because Chris will fight the system. Chris wants to make Hartfeld a place for everyone, not just the rich kids. Yeah, and what's Pretty Boy going to do about it? My top priority is increasing financial aid, but a few other ideas are in the works. I'm also open to suggestions from students, so please let me know if you've got any ideas. A politician who wants my opinion? That's a first. Really? What's your name? Rachel, and I guess I'll sign. Rachel signs her name and buys a cupcake. Thanks for supporting the cause. No problem. Here's your first suggestion, Future Prez. An on-campus rehearsal space for my band. I'll see what I can do. You and your friends get a few more signatures over the next hour, but you're still short of your goal when you see Madison come by with a bunch of flyers. Hey you guys, would you mind putting this flyer up at your booth? It's for a concert on the quad this afternoon. Sure, let me look at it. Free Alyssa Griffin concert, February 5th, 5 p.m. Hartfeld Quad. Admission free for all who endorse Sebastian Delacroix for school president. Madison, you know we can't put this up. Because you hate Alyssa Griffin? No, Madison, because we're campaigning for Chris. Ooh, so that's why your sign says Chris Powell for president. Well, I hope you'll come to the concert anyway. Madison skips away, oblivious. Well, that's not good. Sebastian is totally trying to draw attention away from us. I guess we're gonna have to try to get as many signatures as possible before the concert starts. Looks like it's a little late for that. A huge bus pulls up, followed by a luxurious stretch limo. A small crowd chases after. Alyssa Griffin, could I get a picture with you? Sure. Madison snaps a picture of Alyssa and Becca, arm in arm. Now can you get one with... Becca leads Alyssa away from Madison. Aww. Guys, give me a minute. I'm gonna go talk to Madison. Hey, Madison. Do you need a hug? Please and thank you. You pull Madison into a hug and pat her on the back. It was really awful how Becca blew you off back there. Are you okay? Yeah, Madison, there you are. I've been looking all over. Me too. Hey, is everything alright? You look sad. Hey guys, I'm fine. Just talking to Cinnamon. Come find me in a minute. I'll be right here. Me too. Looks like you've got yourself quite the little fan club. Huh? Logan and Trip are normal sized. Anyway, is everything alright with you and Becca? I don't know, she's been blowing me off lately for Sebastian, and the only thing we ever talked about is the campaign. Well, Madison, maybe you should sign Chris's petition then. Why would I do that? Becca said we have to vote for Sebastian. You should, 'cause Becca's under Sebastian's evil spell. Sebastian is a wizard? Yes. It's like his campaign for president is the source of his evil power. If he loses, I bet you'll get the old Becca back. Are you sure? Like 99% sure. That's almost 100. All right, Chris has my signature. You know, you're really smart, Cinnamon. Do you think I could ask you something else? Sure, Madison. What is it? What should I do about Logan and Chip? Are those two still fighting over you? I said I was the only one who noticed. I don't know who to pick. Personally, I think that you should wait for someone you really want. I've always heard that when the right person comes along, you'll know. If you're not sure which one you want, that might mean neither of them are right for you. And when the right person does come along, I want to make sure I'm available. Exactly. You're totally right. So did that answer your question? I don't know. I think I need more time to decide. Is that okay? It's kind of up to you, right? I guess it is. Madison gives you a tight hug and skips over to go see Logan and Trip. You join your friends back at the bake sale table. You seem happy. I take it your talk with Madison went well. I'd say so. Look. Zach points to Madison, who's headed toward her table, with Trip and Logan following right behind. 3 cupcakes, please, and we're all going to sign. Really? Thanks. Caitlin passes the sheet around, and Logan, Trip, and Madison all sign. And here are your cupcakes. Do you want mine, Madison? It's strawberry. No, take mine. It's chocolate. The two of them continue to bicker as they walk away. Across the quad, Sebastian walks on stage and speaks into a mic. You hear his voices echoing against the buildings. Attention, everybody. The Alyssa Griffin concert will begin in 30 minutes. Did you hear that? We've got to get moving. For the next half hour, you and your friends buckle down and get to work. Of course we'll sign. Zach told me all about your platform. It starts to look like Chris has a chance after all. Congratulations, Darren. You are the 50th person to sign the petition. Awesome. You're the man, Chris. But by the time the concert starts, you're still several signatures short. Sebastian's voice once again rings out through the loudspeakers. Attention, everybody. Please welcome the one and only Alyssa Griffin. Hello, Hartford University. Suddenly, pop music starts blasting from speakers all over the quad. Holy shoot, that is loud. I hate to say it, but I think we should go back to our dorms. What did you say? I can't hear you over the music. You point to your friends, mime walking, and point in the direction of your dorm. Everyone nods in agreement. You start packing up the boots when Sebastian arrives with a smirk. Leaving so soon? Hey, Sebastian, have a snowball. Take that. Whoa. The snowball hits him right in the chest and he winces. Ouch! How dare you! Yeah, well, there's plenty more that came from. Get out of here. Sebastian dusts himself off and stalks back toward the concert. Hey, Abby, do we have any food coloring left over from the frosting? I think I have an idea. Oh, we should. It's in the kitchen. Guys, we can still save this campaign. Abby, let's go. A few minutes later, snowballs, come and get your snowballs. We've got every color of the rainbow. Totally free if you sign the petition to get Chris's name on the ballot. You catch the attention of groups of students who are leaving the concert. I'll take a snowball. Me too. Soon the whole quad is in an all-out snow war. Ouch! Who did that? Cinnamon, look, a distraction. Oof. Gotcha. You're gonna regret that. Hey, all's fair in love and war. Guys, quit fooling around. We're being overrun here. The table swarmed as people signing Chris's petition and grabbing snowballs. I can't believe this is actually working. Hey guys, look at the stage. You look over to see Alyssa attempting to continue her song in all of the chaos. A snowball flies past her. Whoa, people, please calm down. Zach pulls out his phone. This is so going on YouTube. You feel a tap on your shoulder and turn around. Here, Cinnamon, take this. Caitlin hands you a huge yellow snowball. Consider an apology for earlier. Use wisely. You look around and scope out your targets. Becca. Take that. Ouch. Who did that? You ruined my new coat. You run back to the table before Becca sees you. That felt good. Chris grins at you. Guess who just got his 100th signature? That's awesome. Sebastian is going down. You bet he is. Let's round up the others. I'm getting tired of the cold. Right behind you. You and your friends walk back to the suite, flushed with success. You take the long way to avoid getting hit by any more snowballs. Thanks for everything, you guys. Looks like I'm on the ballot. Chris. Chris for president. Hartford Student Council, here I come. You and Caitlin hang back from the group. I really am sorry about the snowball. You better be. My shoulder is going to be bruised for weeks. Want me to kiss it and make it better? Maybe. Caitlin leans in and kisses your shoulder. Then she presses a gentle kiss to your lips. What, is my lip bleeding? No, that one was just for good measure. You take Caitlin's hand and continue walking. The door is already open when you get back to the dorm. You find a couple waiting inside. Caitlin quickly pulls her hand away from yours. I hope you don't mind that the RA let us in. We were getting cold. This is a new person. I think this is Caitlin's mom, maybe. Hi? Mom? Dad, this is Cinnamon. Cinnamon, these are my parents. I was right. Hello, Cinnamon. I'm Peter. And I'm Grace. We've heard so much about you. You have? Is Caitlin finally going to come out to her parents? Find out in Chapter 11 of The Freshman. I'll see you guys then. Okay, Chapter 11, Visitors. Hello, Cinnamon. We've heard so much about you. You have? Of course, you're practically all Caitlin talks about. Mom. And of course, we've heard about the rest of you as well. An honor to meet you, sir. I can see where Caitlin gets her good looks. Come on, you guys, let's let Caitlin catch up with her parents. Good night, Mr. and Miss Lau. Your suitmates all say their goodnights and head off to their rooms. You're about to leave too when Caitlin's mom addresses you. Cinnamon, from what we understand, you two have gotten pretty close. Yeah, I'd say so. Caitlin froze you a look. But yeah, me and Caitlin have been the best of friends since day one. I'm happy to hear that she's made such good friends at Hartford. Speaking of good friends, how's Arjun doing? His father said he was excited about the transfer. Oh, well, Arjun is doing great. It's been really cool having him here. He's a lot of fun. That's good to hear. He and Caitlin go way back, you know. He's a good boy, incredibly smart too. Did you know he was treasurer of the National Honor Society when he was in high school? You say that literally every time he comes up, Dad. I didn't know that. Good for him. We're happy to hear that you and Arjun still get along famously. We were hoping the three of you would accompany us to see the ballet version of Romeo and Juliet tomorrow. The three of us? You, Arjun, and Cinnamon. Me? You look to Caitlin for direction. She gives you an almost imperceptible nod. Of course, I'd be happy to go to the ballet tomorrow. Thank you for thinking of me. Wonderful. Caitlin's mother yawns. Pardon me, it's been a long day, and these late hours don't agree with us old people. I'm just glad I got to see you. We can catch up before the ballet tomorrow? We would love nothing more. We've missed you, honey. I missed you too. Oh, by the way, we brought some of your things from home for you. They're over by the door. We'll see you tomorrow, sweetheart. Caitlin's parents take turns kissing her on the forehead and shaking her hand before finally leaving. Caitlin shuts the door behind them, turns to you, and lets out a huge sigh. Are you alright, Caitlin? Yeah, I'm glad my parents are here. Just been dealing with a lot lately. Caitlin picks up one of the boxes by the door. Help me carry these to my room? You go to Caitlin's room and set the boxes on the floor. Thanks for agreeing to come to the ballet. There's no way I'll be able to survive it without you. No problem. I kind of got the feeling that your parents are trying to set you up with Arjun. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. And you've got to love their choice of ballet. It's the irony. You may be a Juliet, but you're not exactly looking for a Romeo. Aren't you my Romeo? I promise not to kill your cousin if you promise not to take any suspicious potions. Agreed. Caitlin laughs for a moment before frowning, her brow furrowed. She sighs and flops down on her bed. What a crazy quarter. What do you mean? I have great friends. I have an amazing girlfriend. I was finally starting to feel like I could be myself. And then all these people from home had to show up and ruin it. Ah, Caitlin, come here. You hold Caitlin tight as she starts to cry. Everything's gonna be fine, I promise. I mean, Arjun already knows, and your parents are just visiting, right? At this point, what else could go wrong? You sit there silently for a moment, while Caitlin cries on your shoulder. Finally, she pulls away and looks you in the eye. One day, my parents are going to find out. I know they will. And I've tried hundreds of times to imagine what's that going to be like, but I honestly can't, and that's scary. What if they disown me? Do you really think they'd do that? I don't know, I don't think so, but the fact that they could scares me. You put your hand on Caitlin's shoulder. Hey, we're all here for you. Chris, Tyler, Abby, and Zach. You kiss Caitlin softly. And no matter what, you'll always have me. Thanks, Cinnamon. She pulls you into a tight hug. I don't know how I ever got by without you. Caitlin gets off the bed and goes to a box of stuff. Why don't you just leave all this stuff for later? Are you kidding? It would drive me crazy to just leave it on the floor. Plus, there's all kinds of great memories in here. You join Caitlin in looking for the box and pulled a pile of books, including a sparkly, scented diary. I can't believe they packed that. You kept a diary? In middle school I did. Oh boy, I hope Mom and Dad didn't read it. Why? What's in there? Want to find out? We can read it together. Could be good for a few laughs. Yes. Read it. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to see what little Caitlin had to say. Don't tease, Cinnamon, or I won't let you read it. I can see it now. Dear Diary, it's Caitlin. It's been stuck in my braces all day, and nobody told me. I never had braces. Let's crack this thing open. I'm dying with anticipation. You sit down on Caitlin's bed, and she plops down next to you. She peers over your shoulder as you open the diary to a random page. I hope there's nothing too embarrassing in here. We're about to find out. Dear Diary, Dad rented this lame old movie for us to watch tonight. I think it's part of a sports thing. Yesterday he took me to the tennis courts, which I'm awful at, by the way. Now we have to watch some dumb soccer movie with an even dumber name. Seriously, bend it like Beckham? What do you even bend in soccer? He's calling me downstairs. Gotta go. Love, Caitlin. Oh man, I was such a whiner, and dumb too. Bend It Like Beckham is like one of my favorite movies. You turn to the next page. Dear Diary, Bend It Like Beckham is my new favorite movie. Dad wants to sign me up for soccer. I guess I'll give it a shot. They make it look really fun in the movie, and I'll probably get Dad off my case. So your dad is a big sports guy? I don't think so. Then why all the sports stuff? I was kind of an awkward kid. I think he thought joining a sport would help me make friends. And I guess he was right. We flipped through a few pages. Oh, first day of soccer practice. This should be good. Dear Diary, I had my first soccer practice today, and guess what? Soccer sucks. I got kicked in the shin like 6 times. Plus, Dad wouldn't leave even though it was just practice. He seemed really happy though, and I made a friend. Her name is Mira, and she likes horror movies too. She invited me over for a slumber party this weekend. I hope my parents let me. Caitlin bites her lips and shuffles uncomfortably on the bed. You okay? Yeah, it's just I know what comes next. Oh well, should we stop? No, it's fine. Keep going. Okay. You turn to the next page, take a deep breath, and keep reading. Dear Diary, last night was weird. It started out okay. Mira's mom's made cookies, and we watched a movie. After her parents went to sleep, though, we played Truth or Dare. I dared Mira to kiss me as a joke. Only she actually did it. It was really fast, but I can't stop thinking about it. Is something wrong with me? You notice that Caitlin is no longer peering over your shoulder, but staring up at the ceiling. Was that when you realized it, that you liked girls? Well, not all at once, but basically, yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders, and then dropped right into my chest. Well, look at you now. You've come a long way since then. Yeah, I have. Caitlin takes a diary from your hands and sticks it up on a high shelf. Now let's stop reading this before you get to my 13th birthday party. What? Give me that diary. Nope, the moment's passed. Now come on, help me finish up. You helped Caitlin unpack her things until late into the night. And that's the last of it. Thanks for helping out, Cinnamon. Anytime. Now I'm going to bed before I pass out on your floor. You lean over and press your lips to Caitlin softly. I'll see you in the morning. You head back to your room and fall immediately into a deep sleep. Wake up, Cinnamon! What? You open your eyes to see Caitlin and Arjun standing over your bed. She's up. Cinnamon, you overslept. The train leaves in 45 minutes. Train? Oh shoot, the ballet. Give me just a minute to get dressed. I'll be quick. We'll wait for you outside. You open up your closet. What will you wear? I don't want to spend money on these outfits. This is fine. I guess this is as good as it gets. You hurriedly finish getting ready and go to join Caitlin and Arjun, who are already standing by the front door. You spin around to show off your dress. So, what do you think? That's perfect for the ballet. I gotta say, Caitlin, your girlfriend cleans up nicely. Did you expect any less from someone I'm dating? Are you ready to go? Yep, let's do this. The conversation flows easily on the train, at least until the topic of last Friday comes up. On the bright side, I don't think I'll ever have a first date that's more awkward than that one. I'm glad you two made up. We had a good talk while someone was snoozing away this morning. The Lilies called me last night to invite me to the ballet, and I realized I couldn't let a case of hurt feelings cancel out years of friendship. Plus, I probably should have seen it coming. No boy ever seemed good enough for Caitlin. You got that right. The point is, I support you, and I'll do whatever I can to keep this parent visit from getting weird. I appreciate it, but considering my parents, I'm expecting it to get pretty awkward before Act 1 even ends. Don't worry, me and Arjun are on your team. A short while later, you arrive at the train station in Northbridge. Your parents said they'd meet us here, right? Oh, there they are. You point to a nearby bench where Peter and Grace are sitting. Okay, guys, remember, my parents will try as hard as possible to get me and Arjun together. For obvious reasons, that's not going to happen. Got it. You walk up to the bench. Hi there, Mr. and Miss Lau. What do I do? I'm probably pronouncing the last name so wrong, but I'm trying. Hug them. You give each of them a quick hug. Oh, hello there, Cinnamon. Did I forget to mention that Cinnamon is a hugger? You two have that in common. Should we go inside? The show's going to start soon. Ah, brilliant idea, Arjun. Don't want to be late. It's a short walk to the theater, and along the way, Caitlin catches her parents up on the winter quarter at Hartfeld. And the play ended up being a total success. That's wonderful, darling. But I still think you need more extracurriculars. It'll balance out your resume. Plus, it's a great way to find love. Your father and I met in the high school orchestra. And you were dating that obnoxious Christopher Doyle. Are you seeing anyone, Cinnamon? I am, actually. You'll have to tell us all about him. Maybe I will. Something tells me you'd love him. You grin at Caitlin, her cheeks turn pink. Oh, you don't want to hear about him. He's so boring. Caitlin, I was just kidding. You arrive at the theater and search for your seats. Here we are. According to our tickets, the order is Cinnamon, me, Arjun, Caitlin, and Grace. Caitlin sees you and Arjun panic-looks. Actually, I was hoping I'd be able to sit next to Caitlin if that's okay. Sure, I'll trade with you. Arjun, there's no need to do that. I'd be happy to search with Cinnamon. Arjun opens his mouth to protest, but Grace's stern look makes it clear she's not going to hear it. You all take your seats, and Grace and Peter immediately start whispering to each other. Well, that could have gone worse. Yeah, but the day's not over yet. I guarantee there's plenty more awkward to come. We should distract them. If we just keep the conversation going on other topics, you and Arjun will never come up. That could totally work. I'll try to keep the conversation on them and not on us. Arjun taps Mr. Lau on the shoulder. So have either of you seen Romeo and Juliet before? Oh yes, it's our all-time favorite ballet. We use one of the stages for our wedding processional. I'll point it out when we get to it. We've been telling Caitlin she should carry on the tradition. Was a nice, smart boy. Shh, it's starting. As lights go down in the theater, you take Caitlin's hand between the seats. Cinnamon. Don't worry, they can't see. She throws a nervous glance toward her parents, who are enraptured by the ballet. Caitlin relaxes a little. You try to enjoy the ballet, but every time a romantic scene occurs, Mr. Loud glances over at Caitlin and Arjun with a smile. As soon as the lights go up for intermission, Caitlin jumps out of her seat. I need to get some fresh air. Cinnamon, come with me. Sure. You follow her lead and give an uncomfortable smile to Mr. and Miss Lau as you pass them on your way out. Once you're out front in the theater, Caitlin starts to pace agitatedly. I'm starting to sense that your dad wants you to marry Arjun, like he's already got a venue picked out. Pfft, I wouldn't be surprised. In high school, I literally caught him praying that Arjun would ask me out. She stops pacing and turns to face you. Twice. Yikes, so this is kind of like a long time coming. Did you ever try to tell your parents you're gay? You know, like back when you first realized it. Of course I did. At least once a day I thought, okay, Caitlin, here's your chance. And every time I thought it was the right time, it never was. I just kept thinking that next time I would tell them. And before I knew it, I was away at college, and it didn't seem to matter as much anymore. Until Arjun showed up. Caitlin takes her hand, a small smile playing on her lips. Until you showed up. Me? I'd kissed girls before, dated a little bit, but it wasn't until I met you that I knew that I had to tell them. Because as soon as I really got to know you, all I wanted to do was call my mom and tell her how happy I was. You smile and squeeze her hand tighter in yours. It's all so frustrating. Why is it so hard to tell them? One day you will, and when you do, I promise everything will be fine, and I will be here for you every step of the way. And until then, you use your intertwined hands to pull her body close to yours. Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? Caitlin grins and leans in closer to you. I can think of a thing or two. Caitlin presses her lips against yours, kissing you deeply. After a minute, you pull away, breathless. Caitlin rests her head against yours. I wish I could just tell him about you. He looks over Caitlin's shoulder and frees. Maybe you don't have to. Caitlin? Caitlin turns around and finds herself face to face with her parents. Her father looks stricken. Mom, Dad, Cinnamon and I were... She trails off uselessly. There's an uneasy pause as you all wait for someone to speak. We should go inside. The second act's about to begin. He turns and stalks away quickly. Caitlin's mom tries to stop him, but he shrugs her off and walks inside. Oh no, this is all wrong. Caitlin. Before you can anything comfort her, Caitlin's mom walks over and wraps Caitlin in a warm hug. Mom, you're not mad? Mad? No, honey, of course not. Your dad's just a little late to the party. Miss Lau, did you know all this time? Have you always known? I've had my suspicions. And you never said anything because you didn't want it to be true. Stop that. I never said anything because you never said anything. And Dad? Miss Lau pauses, stroking Caitlin's hair gently. Finally she speaks. He just needs some time. He hates me, doesn't he? Never. You know how your father is about family. You're our only daughter. Your father had dreams for you and a lot of dreams for himself. Dreams of a white wedding and grandchildren. A dream he may never get to see. But that dream can still come true. Caitlin can still get married and have kids. If I want to. I know this sounds cliche, but you'll understand when you're a parent yourself. Miss Lau releases Caitlin, but keeps a firm grip on her shoulders. She looks Caitlin right in the eye. We will always love you, Caitlin, no matter what. But Dad, your dad won't be upset about this forever. Trust me. He just needs some space right now. Caitlin bites her lips for a moment, then she nods. Her mom pats her arm gently. All right, we should get back in there before Act 2 starts. Actually, I think I'm just going to head back to Hartfeld. Are you sure? You can stay if you want. I can't go back in there. She gives her mother a quick hug and a kiss on the cheek. Can you tell Arjun that I got a stomachache or something? Caitlin untangles herself from her mother's grasp and starts to back away. I just can't. You and Grace watch Caitlin walk away. I think we should go too. Thanks for the lovely outing, Miss Lau. Don't mention it. You turn to head after Caitlin. Oh, and Cinnamon? You stop and turn back toward her. Take care of my daughter, would you? Of course. You run off after Caitlin. Caitlin, wait up. Caitlin doesn't turn, but her pace slows to let you catch up. You fall into an uncomfortable silence as you walk. So, are you okay? I know that's a stupid question. Of course you're not okay. Your dad? Cinnamon. Kayla stops in her tracks and turns to glare at you. After a moment, she sighs. It's just too soon. Can we just not talk right now? Sorry, whatever you need. You reach out to try and take Kayla's hand, but she shrugs you off and keeps walking toward the train station. After a long, silent train ride, you arrive back at your suite. Caitlin turns and goes straight to her room. Yikes, is anyone cold? It feels like an icy wind just blew in. From down the hall, you hear Caitlin's door slam, and you plop down on the couch next to Zach. It's really not the time for joking. Serious mode, got it. What happened? Was the ballet that bad? The first half was fun. We left in kind of a hurry after Caitlin accidentally came out to her parents. What? How does one accidentally come out? You fill Zach in on the events of the afternoon. And then we just sat on the train in silence. Well, don't just sit out here and hide. What? She's your girlfriend, dummy. Go talk to her. I'll try. Maybe the second time's a charm. You get off the couch and go knock on Caitlin's door. Go away. Caitlin, it's me. I'm not leaving. You lean against the door and start humming loudly. After a few moments, the door swings open. Seriously, Cinnamon? You squeeze past her and go sit on her bed. She plops down next to you in a huff. What part of go away don't you understand? The part where my girlfriend is upset and doesn't want to talk to me about it. Caitlin groans and falls back against her pillows. She rolls over so her back is to you. Please, Caitlin, I'm so sorry your parents had to find out that way. I just want to be here for you. I'm really not in the mood, Cinnamon. Did you see the way my dad looked at me? It was like I was a stranger, like he didn't even know me. Ah, come on, Caitlin. You lay down in the bed next to her and put an arm around her. However you're feeling, whatever you're thinking about, you can tell me, always. You know what, Cinnamon? She sits up, shrugging her arm off you and trying to face you. You seem to be having a real listening problem today, so let me spell this out for you. I don't want to talk. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be pushy, but you are. Look, I'm sorry for snapping at you, but when I said I didn't want to talk, I meant it. Okay, no talking. So what can I do to take your mind off of it? Nothing. I don't want to take my mind off it, and I don't want to talk about it. I just want to be alone for a while. Caitlin? How long is a while? Caitlin shakes her head sadly. I don't know, but I think we should put things on pause for a bit. Sayings? What sayings? Us sayings, our relationship. I need time to process this. I need time to figure out what to do. And I just don't think I can do that while I'm worried about upsetting you. Are you breaking up with me? Caitlin doesn't meet your eyes. She picks up the edges of the blankets on her bed. I don't know. But Caitlin, please, just leave. Caitlin lies down again, face down. But instead of finishing your thought, you give Caitlin her wish and leave the room. Hey, Cinnamon, everything okay? Right now, no. Do you want to talk about it? You shake your head. Not really, besides you've got your hands full with the campaign. You can say that again. You're okay to help me practice debating tomorrow, right? We can always postpone. Of course, I'll be fine. Don't worry. Can you and Caitlin patch things up? And how will Christopher in the debate? Keep playing to find out. Wow, the chapter 11 is over. That was really dark. And I feel bad for Caitlin. But we definitely want to see if we can patch things up with her and help her through this difficult time. So make sure you subscribe and turn the notification bell on to get notified when I post the next episode. Bye, guys.